Hello everyone and welcome back to Unit 6 Structures, and we in previous video we studied about what are structures, why do we need structures, and now we are going to talk about unions. And before talking about unions, I would like to discuss the difference between the structures and unions because they are a bit same. So the main focus of union is that, or you can say main difference between structure and union is that the union, all the members in the union have the same memory location, or you can say that we can use only single data member, or you can say the member of a union at a single time. We cannot use multiple members at the same time, whereas in case of structure we can use all the data members or multiple data members at the same time. Okay, so you can see in here the size and memory occupied by a structure is equal to or greater than the sum of the size of each data member, and in previous video we saw that it was equal to, but it can be greater than that size also. Okay, whereas in the case of union, the size of the union is equal to the size of the largest data member. So if the union has suppose 3 to 4 members and the member with the most, or you can say the largest size, will be the size of a union itself. For example, if union has a member a double and a character, and character, character stores 1 byte in memory, and whereas double stores 8 bytes, so the size of union will not be 9, or the size of union will be 8, whereas in the case of structure it would be 9 or greater than 9. Okay, and initialization can declare all the members at the same time, whereas in the case of union it should be initialized. Okay, it should not be declared. Okay, that in structure we can declare, or we can use, or we can initialize all the members at the same time, whereas in the case of union we can use only single member at a time. Okay, we cannot use multiple members. Okay, memory location. So memory location, member do not share same memory location. Each member has its own memory location, whereas in the case of union all members share the same location. Okay, all the members of the union have the same location. Syntax is a bit same, but the difference is that we need to use the keyword union instead of structure. So let's go through and program to understand it more clearly. So we have a program in here, you can see. Let's run the program. You can see in here I have declared a simple structure. The name of the structure is A, and it has two members, an integer and a double, and I have initialized the value of an object that I declared in here. That name of the object is obj1, and I have printed out the value of the members of the object 1, and I have also printed the addresses, and this at the end I have printed the size of the object itself. Okay, and you can see in here the members are an integer number and then the double variable. Okay, so I have, you can see in here we are able to access these two data members of structure, and the memory locations are different. The memory location of x is different, the memory location is y is different, and the size of the object 1 itself is 16, and you know the size of double is 8 bytes. So, or you can say the double occupies 8 bytes in memory, whereas uh, int occupies 4 bytes. It can be different for your systems. In my system, integer occupies 4 bytes and double occupies 8 bytes. So 4 plus 8 is 12. So we should expect the size of A to be 12 or greater than 12, and we are getting 16. So our program is working fine. Structures and all these points are valid for structures. Now let us see for union, and I'm going to declare a union. For that I need to write word union and the name of the union itself, and the naming convention stays the same, and the rules also stays the same, and the members I'm going to declare is integer x and double, same as the structure. Okay, y, and I'm going to declare the object of and I'm going object of this union. I'm going to print the same things for union also. So I need to write union B here instead of structure A, union B, and it would be object B, and object B objb, and it would be 2 2 2 in here, 2 also in here, and here also. And we are all set up. Let's run the program and see the results. So in case of structure, you can see that the value of x displayed is 0 and the value of y displayed is 20.5. Why it is so? And the both the x and y of the object 2 are having the same memory location, and the size of object 2 is 8, and that is very obvious because integer has 4 bytes and double has 8 bytes, so largest of them is 8, so the size of union B will be 8 itself. And why we are getting 20.5 for y and 0 for x? The reason behind that is we can only use one member at a single time. As soon as this statement was executed, the x got, or you can say this location has stored the value of 10, but as soon as this next statement was executed, this location got the value of 20.5, and the for x it was initialized to 0. So you can see here within the program itself, let's add a breakpoint at line number 26 and see the program execution line wise. So you can see object 1 in here and object 2 in here. So by default in union also and in structure also, the object or the members data members stores the value of 0 for the integer or for the number, for the numbers. Okay, they store 0, and for same goes for float and same goes for double also. So they initially gets the 0 as soon as the object is declared. So now you can see as soon as this line is executed, the object 2's x will get the value of 10. And you can see here the object 2 has object 2x has some value 10 and object y has some garbage value. Okay, this is because we can only use one member at a time. The second member will automatically will be initiated to some garbage value or maybe 0. So you can see here right now we are using 10, or you can say x, not y. Let's jump to the next line. As soon as next line was executed, the x got 0 and y got 20.5. So you can see in here we can only use one data member of an union at a time. We cannot use multiple data members of an object of an union. So let's be clever and use them one by one, and I think this should work. The value of x was 10. Now it get printed out. The value of y got 20.5, and the value of y is getting printed out. And you can see how cleverly we used this and then printed it out, and then used y and then printed it out. So you know how we can use union, both the members of union, in a clever manner, that as soon as the use of x is over, we used y, and then we were able to use both the values of x and y. This is how we can use union. And the advantage of union over structure is that it occupies less space, but we need clever methods to use both the members. And you can see in here we used both the members, but object 2 is storing less memory in space, whereas object 1 is storing more memory in space. So this was all about structures and unions. So now see you in the next lecture, where we will be studying enumeration or enum.